back to the podcast, everybody. I'm your host, Brother Sean Brumfield, and we're here to bring you another awesome episode. And I've got Brother Jonathan Mitchell here.
Well, hey, I'm back, everybody.
Yeah, finally back with us here. And we've got Brother Ryan Brown.
Hey, everybody.
How you guys doing today?
Doing great. How are you?
Fantastic.
I'm doing pretty good, man.
I'm
excited
always
to be
happy
here.
to be with you guys.
Well, we've missed you so much when you're gone.
I know you guys talk about me
Well,
because you love me.
so much is an overstatement.
I disagree with that, Ryan. I know you love me, Brother Ryan. You miss me when I'm not here.
Did you hear that quick correction?
I don't want to be disrespectful.
No, we're glad you're back. Do you enjoy your vacation? How much was your paid time off? I need to know what I need to negotiate for.
You get paid?
Yeah,
I don't get paid.
it's in my contract.
You got a contract?
Yeah,
That's unbelievable. Unreal.
that's because I'm not just a number.
He also brings a replacement with him when you're gone.
That's true. So, yeah, I'd say he deserves to be paid
That
more 'cause
extra 120 pounds of teenager that comes with him takes gas.
It does.
Brother Ben did good.
And food. He thinks he has to eat all the time.
He's an Oreo connoisseur, dude.
Okay, you ready for a hot take right off the rip?
Oh, dude.
You don't like Oreos?
I think Oreos are extremely overrated.
They are overrated if you don't dip them in milk.
So that's the crux.
Is that the hot take?
That's the crux of my argument. Is it a good cookie if you need milk to eat it?
All cookies
Every
need
cookies
milk.
are made to be dipped in milk.
But you can eat chocolate chip cookies without dipping it in milk, and they're still fantastic.
But why would
You can't do that with Oreos, too.
I don't think Oreos are that good unless you have milk.
But that's your opinion.
Would
There's
you-
people that don't like
I
chocolate
said
chip
it was a hot
cookies.
take.
Would you like another controversial statement?
Sure.
I think Aldi brand Benton Oreos are better than the real Oreos.
I've never had those.
I don't care because I crush them up and I put them in a glass and I pour milk over top of them and I eat them like cereal.
He's got
So they all
Oreo
taste the same.
So that's my hot take. Oreos without milk is an overrated cookie.
I don't eat Oreos without milk.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's not
Right.
because I think they taste bad.
But can I ask you a question? Would you eat a chocolate chip cookie without milk?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I can eat a chocolate chip cookie without it.
I have to have a glass of milk with any cookie.
I like
eat.
to wash it down with milk. Don't get me wrong, it adds to the experience. But I think an Oreo needs milk more than a chocolate chip cookie.
I don't think that an
It's a
Oreo needs
fantastic
milk, and I don't
experience
think
with
that
milk.
chocolate chip cookies need milk. But I use milk with both of them.
But okay, my question
Dude,
to
you got
you
him
is,
all fired up.
it's been 3 minutes. My question is, do you like Oreos by themselves or chocolate chip cookies more by themselves? Which one is it?
So if I was to go into
There's a world
kitchen, if I
There's
was
a
going to
world
kitchen-
where there's no milk. You are out of milk. The
right.
milk is gone.
If
Then I don't eat cookies.
If I was to go into the kitchen and an Oreo and a chocolate chip cookie are sitting there on the counter just waiting for someone to eat them, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to eat them both.
Okay. So in a world where there is no milk and you choose cookies, I will get a fudge stripe.
Oh, those are good.
I
Like
think
the
those need
Keebler
milk.
Elf fudge stripe.
Yeah.
I think those need
Those
milk.
are good.
Yep.
Those are
Or
good.
But I will say I like that more than Oreos.
or a Nilla wafer.
Bro, you talked about a fudge, and I'm just sitting there going, that sounds great. I like those cookies. Milk, no milk cookie. I like those.
The fudge stripes? Yeah.
Those
fudge
are my
stripes are
favorite.
good.
They're one of the few cookies I eat without milk.
Oh, yeah.
Or let me put it this way.
I'm so
Like,
excited.
you're Barry
We gotta
White
go-
over there. Oh, yeah.
We gotta go get some fudge stripe cookies.
I eat them with milk because I drink milk with everything. But if there's a world of no milk, then fudge stripes are the cookie I'm going with.
Okay, so take
Okay, I want to change my mind. I want the fudge stripe cookie.
Okay, so the main reason why I'm asking this is
Why are you flailing your arms
because
so
I'm
much,
animated. I'm animated. I can't help it. I'm passionate. You've got me fired up. I'm passionate. 5 minutes in, we're passionate.
He's already so mad, dude.
I'm not mad. I haven't been here,
He's ready to go.
so I'm just saying. Okay, let me ask.
I quit.
Chocolate chip cookie or Oreo? Which one do you prefer? No milk, chocolate chip, or Oreo?
I don't prefer one or the
I
other.
like them both.
Yeah.
I don't need. Here's the thing.
I don't eat either one of them without milk.
I'm not a cookie guy, anyways. Like, just to go in and say, "Oh, I want a dry cookie," that's disgusting.
It is.
It's so disgusting.
It is.
Like
That's why I'm a fudge stripe guy, because it does. It's moisture
like, if
already.
You go in, when I'm thinking of a chocolate chip cookie that's comparable. Okay, first off, I'm thinking of one of them crispy, dry Chip Ahoy cookies that absorb all the liquids out of your mouth when you eat it.
So that begs a question: if you were to choose between the chocolate chip cookies, are you chewy or crunchy?
Chewy.
I cannot stand chewy. They taste fake.
I like the chewy ones.
Whatever they put in it to keep it malleable is nasty.
I like my wife gets them and underbakes them so they fall apart when you pick them up. That's the best way. When
well, yeah. I mean, if you're making them, yeah, but then you got to eat them hot.
But the I like them hot.
But
with
I can't
milk.
As far as choosing which one, I wouldn't pick either one of them. I would pick the Hostess Twinkie or the cupcake that's next to them because I eat both of those with milk every time.
Dude, a glazed honey bun.
Oh, the best.
100%. Iced. The iced ones are the best.
Coffee cake. Those little
I
cinnamon
don't like
coffee
coffee.
cake ones. It doesn't
It
taste,
doesn't
like,
taste
coffee.
like coffee.
It's a
what
coffee cake because it's
a cake
made
that
for
goes
coffee.
with coffee. Oh, you know what's another one that's really good? Donut sticks.
Oh, yeah. They're also made for
Many
coffee.
donuts are
And milk.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Those are made to be dunking.
So I guess what I'm coming to the realization that milk is just the key to anything sweet.
Yeah,
Which I would
not-
agree with.
I mean, it can be with anything sweet.
By the way, I know we'll do it later, but I already know what I want to do for what gets my goat, because there's a cookie that I feel like should be banned, but I'll save it for what gets
Well,
my goat.
do we want to just go ahead and get in that segment now, seeing how you're jumping in front of everything we've got set out?
Well, so normally there's a program set up, but we don't have one in front of me. So
Oh, we have one.
We have one. I just
But you know what?
messed up.
well, I was just doing a teaser for what I was going to just do a teaser.
What gets your goat?
What
I
gets-
have a feeling. I have a feeling.
Go ahead. What gets your goat?
I'm going to say it's an oatmeal cookie.
I think oatmeal raisin cookies should be banned.
Those are my favorites.
They're liars. They are made by the devil because they make you think it's a chocolate chip cookie, and then you bite it and it's oatmeal raisin. Those cookies should be banned. That's it. If I was elected president tomorrow, my first thing in office,
But look.
Oatmeal raisin
We're not
ban.
going there. We're not going there right now. Okay. Oatmeal raisin, as far as baked cookies for Christmas time, is the best.
trash. TRASH. Trash.
My mom would make, for Christmas, she would make white macadamia nut, chocolate chip, and oatmeal
The
raisin.
only oatmeal cookie that's good are oatmeal cream pies.
That's not a cookie.
It doesn't matter. It's the only thing good that's a cookie form with oatmeal.
So you guys are all wrong anyway.
Oatmeal.
The best holiday cookie is a snickerdoodle.
No.
I don't count.
You talk about a dry cookie. I've never had a snickerdoodle that wasn't dry.
Oh, what about no bakes? Where are we on no bakes?
Oh, no bakes are probably my favorite cookie.
With milk?
But
I don't like no baked.
but
Because they got oatmeal in it, aren't they?
I like oatmeal.
Aren't they?
you can
I can't- dude, I
you
can't
can get a nasty no bake cookie.
Yes, you can.
No bake cookies, I think, are very finicky cookies to make.
The ones that are all rock hard in the middle are the worst.
Yeah.
And there's still dust in there from the.
But like
If
I said,
they
what
are-
gets my goat is oatmeal raisin cookies.
if they're too cocoa-y, that is also because they're bitter. And as much as I hate to say it, I agree with Jonathan on this one. Oatmeal raisin cookies are trash cookies.
They should be banned. They make you think it's a chocolate chip cookie.
I don't say they should be banned. I think they should just be relegated to nursing homes only.
Whatever. Get them out. Get them out.
I'm going to a nursing
Build a
home.
wall. Build a wall. Whatever factory makes them, build a wall around it. They can't get out.
So what gets your goat, Sean?
I haven't really had any time to think about this.
Off the top of your head.
Off the top of my head, what gets my goat? Dude, I'm really struggling right here. Do you have one?
No, that's why I asked you what
That's
gets
what I
yours.
said. I had a teaser. It was a teaser. People do teasers for segments, and that was my teaser.
Okay, I will tell you what gets my goat. Seeing how we're on the food train, this is what gets my goat. when you open up the pantry door and
No snacks.
no. That's okay. That happens, especially when you have a family of 4 kids. You kind of get to the point to where you're going to just pick out snacks, whatever's left in the that's poured out of the bag,
Which would be
you're
oatmeal
pouring off
raisin
the
cookies.
shelf, or something.
Because nobody likes oatmeal raisin cookies.
This is what gets my goat. If you want a bag of chips and the chips are left open, or if you want a bowl of cereal and the cereal box of the bag is left open, that drives me insane. That gets my goat.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's really good. I don't know if I can top that one. I would probably say what gets my goat is you go to get your cereal, you put it in the bowl, no milk.
Have you ever seen anybody
No
use
milk.
water?
No, because that is sacrilegious.
That's
and
a
that need to be put
crime.
to death.
I have
That's a crime.
watched people use water.
That's so gross.
How in the world? Sugar water? What, like a bug and cockroach wanting to come in there?
That's
I've
so gross.
seen it. I've seen it happen.
That's so
I
gross.
agree with you. I couldn't do it, but I've seen it.
All right, that one gets it. That's a 7-gun salute to cereal.
Is that what gets your goat? Water
Okay.
and milk?
That's
Oh, that's disgusting.
Where do you stand on ice in milk?
no. I went to church with people that would eat pizza and then have ice milk to go with it. I'm like, that
Hey, I will
is
tell
disgusting.
you though, pizza and milk are really good
They
together.
are.
I'm not fighting the pizza and milk. I'm fighting
The ice.
the ice. That is no
So are
way.
you ready for this? I don't like ice at all in anything. If I get a fountain,
I normally don't either.
because
I can do
It
it.
takes up room from the rest of the soda.
So that's that's where I was going. Most people think you just want more drink because you're cheap. No, I don't drink my drink super fast. So if I have ice in my drink, the ice usually melts and waters down whatever I'm drinking. So I don't like
See,
ice.
that's not my argument. My argument is I drink so fast. Why do I need ice?
And it's cold coming
And
out
it
of
comes
a fountain.
out cold. I'm not sitting there letting my pop sit there for, it's very rarely will I have a pop that's open for 30, 45 minutes.
I can't.
I will like.
I don't mind drinking room temperature pop though.
Yeah, I don't either. But like, if I'm going to drink room temperature pop, it's going to be a can most of the time. But if I'm like getting a fountain drink or something, I'm get to that like nothing.
Yeah. So that's. But yeah, no, that's.
Wow, that's a lot of complaints on this one.
Well, are you ready for what's goated? A chocolate chip cookie.
With milk.
Sure, whatever. And it's a warm, soft chocolate chip cookie.
Falling apart when you pick it up, or like the
That'll make
chocolate
the
chip is
tongue-
like melted and like
If-
that gooiness.
That'll
If
make
you're
the-
talking a chocolate chip cookie that's made homemade, I can say soft if it's fresh out of the oven.
That'll make the tongue beat the roof of your mouth to death. A nice,
It's like a dog with peanut butter.
Oh, it's so good.
You just-
A chocolate chip cookie. A warm.
You got a mental image when I said that, didn't you?
Well, yeah, I know what you're talking about, but my dog don't eat peanut butter.
Oh, that's weird.
I can eat peanut butter all the time. I love peanut butter. Warm chocolate chip cookie is.
What
goated.
about peanut butter on a warm chocolate chip cookie?
Yes, all day long.
Nah,
Absolutely.
I don't like it.
I can't. Well, you're not a big peanut butter guy, are you?
No, I love peanut butter, but I don't like.
You don't like artificial.
I don't like artificial, and I don't like peanut butter mixed with other sweets. Like I like a peanut butter pie, right? But I don't like peanut butter.
I remember what I wanted to talk to you guys about. Reese's Pieces are disgusting.
Oh yes, we established that last episode.
Look, but we're not on that segment now.
I know, but
We're on
What?
Goated and what gets your goat because
Teaser.
you decided that you wanted to go into this segment.
I didn't. I was going to tease it, but that's fine. Whatever. But yes, what is goated to me is a warm chocolate chip cookie, and I will say with a glass of milk. Yes, that is goated.
Okay.
Chocolate chip cookie is the best cookie.
I've been in heaven twice tonight, thinking about the fudge stripe cookie and the a warm chocolate chip cookie. Dude, I'm just fat. I'm just so. I'm
So-
just that
so-
stereotypical fat guy.
So what's goated for you, Brother Ryan?
What's goated for me?
Yes.
A working flashlight. That's what's goated
you
to
mean
me.
like a charged one?
When a charged one or one that has batteries that you find because you only need a flashlight when you absolutely need it, and it is like finding the treasure at the end of a rainbow. If you
Yeah.
find one in the house that actually
When
works,
it's working.
yeah. To me, that's good.
And you know what's sad? You have
And it's the most-
101 flashlights,
as
and there's
a,
only one charged.
I remember this
Yeah.
conversation. I wasn't a part of it.
as a dad,
Because I think this was Brother Jared and Brother Ben.
as a dad
We talked about.
Who-
You guys talked about flashlights.
who randomly needs a flashlight that has, especially being in construction, 1,000 flashlights all over the
You
place.
can never have too many flashlights.
I seriously like get so overjoyed when I find one that when I push the power button,
And it works.
there's actually power when you turn it on, and you're like, oh man, I
That'll
can
preach.
see. And
that
then,
moment, you're like, let there be
That'll
light.
preach.
and
you hear
then
click,
in
click.
my excitement, I stand there in the dark and I go click, 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 because
No, that's just
I
to turn it off because it goes through all the 5 different settings that
I
it's already
can't.
set for
I
it.
can't.
You get the blinking for the
Yes.
SOS.
I have to prove to myself that I actually found in my house a working flashlight.
No, you just like the sound of the clicking, because that's the way I am.
No, I mean I can make.
Click, 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 click.
I can live without the clicking. It doesn't bother. It's not one of those.
It's not
deals.
bothering to me. I love the sound.
No, I'm just saying it's not one of those deals where I mean, I can live with it. I can live without it.
But
Doesn't
yeah,
bother
working flashlight when you need one is
Yeah.
that's a good one. What's goated to you? Is it fudge stripe cookies?
me. He's still. If there was a comic strip bubble over his head right now, I'm seeing a hot chocolate chip cookie, a fudge stripe cookie, and then to top it off, an oatmeal raisin cookie. It's just
With a
cycling
glass
through
of
his
milk.
head.
With a glass of milk.
That's pretty good, but it's not necessarily what I was thinking. I was thinking, have you ever had those moments where it's a 1 in a million chance that it would ever happen if you did it intentionally, but you accidentally, like, I don't know, throw something in the garage and like it lands on the hook that it needs to be on, and you, out of frustration, you did it.
Yeah.
But if you were to like do it intentionally, there was never ever a chance that you could do that, and you're like, like I can't believe I just did that.
I did that the other day with a hanger. I took my dress shirt off the hanger and I turned around and just threw it in the closet and it went whoop, and just stuck there and went. I was like, Becca, come here.
Did you see that? And nobody else sees
Nobody
it but you.
else sees it, yeah.
Nobody else sees it but
Yeah.
you.
And then nobody believes you.
Nobody believes me.
You go to tell it. You're like, you'll never guess what I just did.
I was going, dude, perfect. Here I come.
And then it's like, that didn't happen. You didn't do it. The Lord knows my
Yeah,
heart.
that's it.
The Lord saw it happen.
Or the one person that does see it is like, you didn't mean to do that, did you? And you're like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I totally
That's
did.
where
But
you-
in the back of your mind, you're like, no, I did not.
That's where you instantly become a liar, and then you have to pray that God forgive you later.
You're like, God, please give me 5 minutes. You're gonna sit
Give
in
me
this
5
glory."
minutes of
You know what
glory.
would happen if I did it? I would say, if I'm honest, no, I did not.
If I'm honest, I genuinely did not mean to do that.
That would be me.
Yeah, that's probably.
I would say, "Oh yeah," and make a funny face. That would be like, "Oh yeah."
Totally. 100%.
The Lord knows my heart.
What was it? Was it you and Sister Melissa asked me a question the other day, and or you asked me a question. You were on speakerphone. You asked me if I was ready for something. I think it was for Father's Day. Like, are you?
Oh, yeah,
are you ready?
probably, yeah.
Do you have your stuff for Father's Day? And I was like, nah. And Melissa started laughing, and she was like, I knew what your response was going to be. Exactly like that. Nah. That would be me if somebody asked me, you really meant to do that? I'd be like, oh yeah. And I'd make the funniest looking face ever. Like, nah. I'm saying yes, but my face is saying, nah.
He
That's
did
a
not
good one.
mean to do that.
That was obscure goated, by the way. I appreciate that obscure
Oh, thank you.
reference. That was good.
I think it's something that it doesn't happen often, but the people that know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. That scratched
it's-
somebody's
what
brain
it-
in the right way.
IYK.
Yeah.
If you know.
If you
or
know,
no.
you know.
IYKYK.
If you know, you know. Do you not
Bless
like
him, Lord.
Do you not like acronyms?
IYKYKLOL.
Hold-
You got to listen to
I just
the,
watched Brother Jonathan's brains get splattered
You
all
gotta-
across the back curtain.
You
I'm
gotta-
still thinking about cookies.
You got to listen to the BFF song from VeggieTales. I think it's called BFF or something, but it's all acronyms. I can't keep up with it.
I think of the SpongeBob song for fun. F is for friends who do stuff together.
No.
U is for you and me.
SpongeBob's is stupid.
Yeah, it is. I would agree.
Not VeggieTales.
Where is my hairbrush? Anytime I hear VeggieTales, that's the only thing I know is where is my hairbrush?
Really?
Never seen it.
I think of
The hamburger song instantly.
Don't know it.
The cheeseburger. Oh, his cheeseburger.
Yeah, yeah.
His precious cheeseburger.
Well, he
I
wasn't
always-
allowed to watch VeggieTales.
Well, I always think of
Or-
we're the pirates who don't do anything.
Oh, okay, I know
I
that
will
one.
tell. I'll
I
tell
know
you
that
another
reference.
one. Barbara Manatee, Manatee, you're the one for me, one for me.
He was an avid watcher.
Yes, he
listen,
was.
listen. No,
Religiously.
not really, not really. I didn't watch them until I had kids,
Why
and
would
then
it-
we listened to the
Well, I
CDs.
would hope
And
that was the case.
actually, randomly, if I play a playlist, randomly a VeggieTale song will come up, and it's absolutely hilarious. My kids think it's the
Okay,
best.
listen. So while we're at Eastern Indiana, Brother Tinsley asked me to help him run songs for Fun Time, and he gave me this crazy playlist, like stuff to like hype the kids up. You know, like I think there was like Hezekiah Walker, it was like Every Praise, and some stuff from like Tasha Cobbs and stuff. Well, out of nowhere, like on the bottom, there's like all these VeggieTale songs. And I was like, there's no way these kids are going to like get hyped up by this. So I'm like, I got to try it.
And they
I
said-
have to try this.
They said hold their tomato.
So the first one I put on, where's my hairbrush? Everybody stopped and looked at me and was like, yeah. So if you want to know how to hype kids up, play VeggieTale songs.
Oh man,
Yeah, I think that is just hilarious. Dude, that
the lip song is also funny.
that everybody knows that.
You
I
don't
know-
know the lip song?
No, the two I know is the Pirates That Don't Do Anything and then Where's My Hairbrush. And I really don't even know Where's My Hairbrush. So if you were to ask me what came after Where Is My Hairbrush, I have no idea. Gun to my head, I'd be dead.
Yeah, honestly, I don't either until the song comes on. I'm like, oh, those are the words.
Nope. Pizza Angel. We were walking through the zoo. I went with the kids at school, and I was one of the chaperones for the grade. And we went to go see the sea cows, which if you don't know what the sea cows are, those are the
Manatee.
manatees. And I said, all right, guys, let's go see the sea cows. And they were like, what's the sea cows? And I said, it's the manatees. And one of the kids was going, Barbara Manatee, Manatee.
Was this a head of lettuce that was singing it?
No.
Oh man.
It was the most random kid out of the whole group, too. Like, I didn't expect it from him. It was hilarious. Oh, man.
All right, Brother Jonathan, you got some stupid laws for us?
Yeah, it'll be relatively quick this time because we have 4 for the state of Washington. So we have Washington State. So here's some silly ones from this one. The first one is all lollipops are banned.
Well, that doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't know why. My first thought would be kids are choking on lollipops, so they're like, we can't protect. We got to protect the kids.
So, okay, I got a question for you guys. What do you consider a lollipop?
A sucker.
Okay,
Not all suckers are considered lollipops.
I first think of how many legs does it take to get to this Tootsie Roll Pop? That's what I think of a lollipop.
When I think
Now,
of a
and I
lollipop,
think
I
of-
think of the one circle, like the big circle,
the multicolored
and swirl.
spiral one. That's what I think of.
I think of that as an all-day suckers, was what we always heard.
An all-day sucker. We're going to keep him
I feel
busy
like
all
you've
day.
called-
Here's your sucker.
I feel like you've called me an all-day sucker.
I don't know about that,
I'm just kidding.
but I guess
But I mean,
we're talking about two different types of eras. Here,
I think
right?
Dum Dums are lollipops. I would consider.
I
a
don't
Dum
think
Dum.
Dum Dums are lollipops. They're
I think
suckers.
Dum Dums are tiny. Like
So
they're
you
tiny.
think suckers and lollipops are two distinctive categories?
Yeah. Because one's called a sucker and the other one's called a lollipop.
Did that fly just go in my
Bro,
mouth?
you looked like Kong when he was on top of that tower, like fighting against those airplanes. with that
I
fly.
promise that
Oh,
fly
my
just went in my
goodness.
mouth.
That was hilarious.
It went in one nostril and came out the other.
I wish he'd swallowed it.
No.
That would have been even better content for this podcast that you
Me
can't see
pu-
live.
Me puking? Yeah, that sounds
So
fantastic.
I think how many licks does it take to get to the center of the
Center of a Tootsie Roll
of the
Pop.
Tootsie Roll Pop? I think of that.
So do
as a
you consider
lollipop.
that a lollipop?
I think that
I never did. I'd consider it a Tootsie Roll Pop.
yeah, but I consider it as the
I didn't know there were so many categories for suckers.
Yeah, but again,
a dum dum is a sucker.
one is called a lollipop and one is called a sucker.
And then you call a Tootsie Roll Pop. What is it?
So are you
I
saying
consider it a sucker.
are you-
Okay, so my thing is this like a soda pop and then soda pop type thing where it could just be regional? Like some regions call all suckers lollipops.
No, they legit one is One is legitimately they label it a lollipop, which is the spiral one typically, or what
That's
Brother
what I
Sean
thought.
would call the all-day sucker. And dum-dums have always been called suckers.
I feel like a dumb calling it an all-day sucker.
Apparently, but I guess my thing is suckers you can like suck on, put them in your mouth, and
Is that the definition of a sucker?
well, the reason why I should have started with what I thought a lollipop is because those lollipops you can't stick in your mouth.
You want to know what made that so funny to
My
me?
face, because as soon as I
realization of what you said, Kate.
Because you started making the motion and you realized what you were going to say was going to sound dumb, but you said it anyway.
you got to say it with conviction. I follow through. That's one thing you can hold.
I think of a sucker as something you can suck on. What's a lollipop?
Well, you can't put those spiral things. You can't fit that in your mouth.
Depends on how big it is.
All of the spiral ones are massive.
Then they should have called that a liquor.
That's an all-day liquor.
Yeah, it's an all-day liquor.
We better move on.
I tell you what, I feel like an all-day sucker. All right, next law.
Oh my goodness.
In the state of Washington, it's illegal to catch a fish by throwing a rock at it.
I have never thought about catching a fish that way.
I've
I've just thought about throwing rocks at fish.
or throwing dynamite in a pond to catch fish.
Cherry bombs.
Yeah. But I could see, my thing is with rocks, with rocks, you would ruin the fish because you would squish it. When I think of fishing, it's something you can catch and
How
release.
big of a rock are you throwing at this thing?
Well, it could be it's still.
Are you going to the top of a mountain and pushing the boulder off?
Yes. I'm strong enough. I'm the
What's
world's-
this?
I'm thinking if you're trying to keep the fish,
Use a little smaller rock. Yeah, I get it. I just was thinking like
I'm going to smush you.
that's what I thought. My initial was a rock that takes two hands to throw down at it. That's
a boulder.
I'm thinking
It's
if
not a
they make a
boulder.
law,
It's a
people
rock.
are typically just picking up a little one-handed rock to throw it like
I'm thinking
different strokes for different folks.
I'm thinking like cobblestone size, like fist size rock. That's what I would consider a
Yeah.
rock.
well, that's still squish it.
Yeah.
You
depends
wouldn't-
on it depends.
But
the
knock
pro-
it out.
The
I don't think it's squishing
the
it.
problem is you can't take like a little. You throw it in the water and the water would take the resistance.
By the time you throw that big rock in there, all velocity is gone.
Well, it's more effective than a little one. So whatever. Can't do it in Washington anyway.
A more hydrodynamic rock would probably be better.
It doesn't matter what kind of rock you're throwing. Don't do it in Washington.
They
okay?
don't want pancake fish.
Exactly.
It's flounder.
Okay, here we go. Washington State doesn't allow fake wrestling, so no WWE in the state of Washington. I would like, you know what you should do really quick while we're talking about it? You should Google if the WWE has ever done a show in Washington, because that would have to be a relatively recent law, right?
No, these not necessarily.
How long has fake wrestling been around? It hasn't been around forever.
These have been around for a while.
They did. They were.
Yes, they have done some.
WrestleMania
They've done some in
was there,
2003.
which was their biggest show. Maybe this law was passed after 2003. I don't know. I just don't think. I don't know. That's weird to me because like that would have to be a recent law.
So, does midget wrestling count?
You know, I saw an advertisement in Pigeon Forge where you could go watch a midget wrestling show.
They have a building
Or little people,
They have a
depending
building
on-
dedicated for that.
yeah,
Like it's an attraction.
Yeah,
like
like
one of the
it's-
comedy barn is an attraction. So is Little People Wrestling.
Yeah.
yeah, because you can't say. I don't think you can say midget. I think that's
I
problematic.
don't care. I think that's
Well, you're
appropriate.
also not supposed to say Dixie with Stampede, but I still call it Dixie Stampede.
Yeah, that's what I do too. The Dixie Stampede. I don't understand why. I just still don't understand the connotations with Dixie.
Would you guys go see a midget wrestling match?
I can't say that I wouldn't.
I can't say that I wouldn't, but I couldn't say that I
Listen,
would.
here's the
If
kind of
somebody
thing for
gave me tickets, yeah, I'd go.
Here's the kind of thing.
I don't think I'd pay.
I am intrigued by the thought, but I'd probably say by 15, 20 minutes, I'd probably leave. Or, on the other hand, I'd be so infatuated with it, I'd be like, I'm a midget, let me fight him.
He would be having a foam fingers.
You
And
call me Andre.
An Andre the Giant reference. I
Yes,
love that. I
yes.
love that.
That is hilarious.
All right, last one for Washington State in Wilbur, Washington. In Wilbur, Washington, you may not ride an ugly horse. So, what is an ugly horse?
I don't know.
Because beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
It's totally opinion, right? Technically.
Because I could think a horse is ugly, and you could think it's not.
I guess, like I said,
It's subjective.
depends. Have you ever seen The Wonky Donkey?
No, what is that?
You should look it up. The Wonky Donkey is a book about a really ugly donkey, and it's one of the best books to read to kids. That's what I picture when they talk about ugly horses.
I just don't.
Oh my word! I got wonky in there. That's the first thing that pops up.
Because
Yeah.
Google is listening, dude. What do you mean?
'Cause it's
The
awesome.
wonky donkey.
That looks terrifying. That YouTube,
2009.
that YouTube video looks terrifying.
Because it's the Wonky Donkey.
That looks like a night terror.
Was it really a video?
Yes.
Oh my word!
Look at
dude.
that is terrifying. I'm going to see that in
That
my
don't
dreams.
look like a donkey. That looks like a character from Where the Wild Beasts Are.
I don't know
Doesn't
that
it?
either. I don't know
It's
that
one of the
either.
best books to read.
Yeah.
I might have to look it up for my kids.
Oh no, I don't want AI on that.
Wonky Donkey. Yeah, you have to look it up and read it.
New
It's great.
Zealander. You know, can I make fun of you? I'm going to give you guys something funny to make fun of me for. Words.
The
I'm
wonky.
going to
donkey.
think of something funny to make fun of me for.
Yes, that. I thought New Zealand was a part of Australia.
Not its own place.
Yes, I thought it was just part of Australia.
Did you guys know that Australia is wider than the moon?
Did you know I would never visit Australia because everything there can kill me?
Yeah, I think we've talked about that.
I know, but I'm just saying it again. to
He said
reiterate.
just for emphasis.
Did you
If-
guys know that the moon isn't really made from cheese?
What? No way. You're lying.
I thought it was made in Wisconsin.
you know what's another good food item? Cheese curds.
Cheese curds.
What do you think about Cheese Whiz?
Oh. I don't know. Can I be honest with you? I don't think I've ever truly had Cheese
I would
Whiz.
love for you to be honest with me.
Really?
Yeah, I can't.
It's really good with potted meat. Put some potted meat on a cracker, a little bit of Cheese Whiz, and pop that bad
That
boy.
sounds.
What is with you and potted meat? Because this is not the. This is like the second or third time you've talked about it on the show.
Can I be honest?
Potted meat's the greatest thing.
That
little
is,
can,
and I
you can
still
make
to this
two
day think
sandwiches.
that's the oldest man thing about you is potted meat.
Potted meat and Vienna sausages. One time,
The
when
smell
I-
of Vienna sausages
when I turned
make me miserable.
Listen, when I turned 18 years old, it was the time that I found out that I could rent a campsite by myself without my parents. And so I decided I had my own tent. They got it for me for Christmas. I had my own thing. I decided I am going to go camping by myself. And I went to Old Man's Cave, which is up in like
Hocking Hills, right?
Yeah, Hocking Hills
Yeah,
area.
yeah.
Beautiful. And I took my brother, who at that time was 15 years old, because he's 3 years younger than me. And I took my brother. I blew an entire paycheck on camping items, stuff to go with us. Like I legit.
How much of it was Vienna sausages?
Well, we bought Vienna sausages and all that stuff. We bought stuff that we could snack on while we were at the thing, and we had all this stuff. But like, I legit didn't pay bills to blow an entire paycheck. It's not very responsible, but
I
this
love
is what I
Vienna.
did. Okay,
In the springtime.
I blew an entire.
Unrefrigerated.
I found Vienna sausages that were barbecue flavored, so we bought some of those and like the regular flavor and stuff. So listen, it gets even better. We go, we set up, we're ready to camp. We get the fire going that night, and like we're ready to roast us some hot dogs. Guess what I didn't buy? I didn't buy hot dogs. So guess what we roasted over the fire?
This thought,
like-
can I be honest?
it's like
Something that is
Skyline.
making me cringe is the thought of when you open a can of barbecue Vienna sausages. That smell
Oh, dude.
has to be
Listen.
foul.
I like Vienna sausages.
But
here's
the smell
thing.
is horrible.
They do smell horrible. The texture is horrible, but the taste is it's not too bad.
Hey,
I've
you
never
know,
had
You know
one.
the best way to eat a Vienna sausage?
On a
right out of the
cracker.
can.
Pile it on a piece of bread covered in mustard and make a sandwich out of it. Oh my goodness!
No,
Mustard
man,
is-
I just pull out. My brother will drink the
Yeah, that's
the
disgusting.
juice out of it.
Mustard
Blech.
is gross.
What?
You made me stop with my nasty.
You said mustard is gross?
Yes.
Oh my goodness!
I'm flabbergasted.
I'm getting to where I only eat mustard with stuff.
I love mustard.
I can't. I don't even.
No,
like
I don't
the
want.
smell
I
of
don't
it.
like. I don't want copious amounts of it on there. But I definitely love mustard.
Do you know what I found out that I like? Pickled beets.
You're
You're getting older.
That was awesome.
Hey,
Dude.
I'll tell you something else that I absolutely love and I crave it is pickled okra.
Can't do it. Dude.
You know what he's gonna say next week? He's gonna be like, "I like oatmeal raisin cookies."
You know what I really like? I really like being able to eat those pickled eggs out of jars.
And I like
pickled
to
eggs
go.
are good too.
Oh my goodness! No, they're not.
And you want to know what
And
the
I like to play
greatest
shuffleboard.
you know what
bingo.
the greatest dessert is? Jello.
God, what,
I'm just kidding. Jello's awful.
what color Jello? I like Jello.
Huh?
I like Jello.
Jello has
Red.
absolutely no flavor
Okay,
whatsoever.
first thing that comes to your mind with Jello. What's the first thing that pops in your mind when you say Jello?
Jello.
I think of Bill Cosby.
No, I think of Puddin' Pops. It makes me think of Bill Cosby.
Puddin' pops.
And then after the Puddin' Pops, I think of problematic problems that got him arrested.
Problematic problems.
Oh my word! Snack pack.
Are we ready for the word of the day? Seeing how Jonathan threw us all cattywampus.
It's my job. It's what I'm here for. It's why I get paid the big bucks.
Word of the day.
Word of the day.
All right. So the word of the day today is fugacious.
Okay. What is fugacious? I don't know. Fake? Not real? It's kind of what I thought.
Yeah. It's not it, but.
Yeah. See what happened? No, that's not. That's really not it.
I see where you're coming from, but you're absolutely
Yeah.
wrong.
Good try, though.
It does sound like it. Fugacious. I could read that word and I could see why you would get fake, but it's not the definition.
Like it's fictional,
Yeah.
not real.
Yeah.
I guess I'm kind of thinking of like disgusted. Like
Yeah.
fugacious. It was like fugacious.
A fugacious smell.
A fugacious smell. Like that's off-putting.
It's kind of funny because you
Disturbing.
couldn't use that word in a sentence like that, but it's not the meaning.
Once again, you really good
effort.
job, but you're wrong.
Can I have a star? Can I have a sticker?
You're wrong. And actually, you made me lose IQ points, you unintelligent swine.
That's
Just
awesome.
rip the Band-Aid off and tell me I'm wrong.
Fugacious.
Don't give me hope.
Fugacious is like temporary. It's like a fleeting. It's like a fad. That's the term of fugacious. It is a fleeting thing.
So, in my opinion, I would never use this word because I would just rather use the word fad.
Yeah. Here today and gone tomorrow.
Yeah, pretty much.
Your life is
that's
fugacious.
why. That's
My
why I
life
say.
is but a vapor.
That's why I said that the sentence you said, that smell is fugacious, because there are smells that are temporary.
What y'all don't know, guys, is that scripture, a life is like a vapor, actually in the Hebrew is fugacious. It means fleeting.
I don't know. It could.
Actually, it's probably Greek.
No, that
Actually,
word.
the
That word
origin-
is a Latin origin.
Now, I was about to say, now that we have it pulled up on the screen, it says it's Latin.
Well, okay. I'm so sorry.
Once again, you're just wrong.
Good effort, but no!
Nice try. So fugacious.
I always like reading the sentences. She was acutely conscious of her fugacious youth.
Yeah. Basically meaning her youth is just a fleeting thing.
Are you
in
ready for
time.
something stupid?
She's turning into an old maid.
Are you ready for something stupid?
outside of anything else that we do?
Yes. You know how my teacher told me, you have obtuse and acute angles?
Okay, so first off, no, I don't know how your teacher told you because we never went to school together.
No, I love how he said, you know how you're obtusing?
Yeah. Okay. So anyway,
My math teacher, so you have a right angle, which is 90 degrees.
yeah.
And then you have obtuse angles, and then you have acute angles.
Mm-hmm.
She said there's a way for you to remember that an acute angle is less than 90 degrees because it's smaller, so it makes it acute.
Acute. Yeah. And bigger is obtuse.
Which it sounds like somebody would be following with a tuba. That guy is obtuse as he's walking. So, bubbo, 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 bubbo.
I'm definitely obtuse.
Say, brother.
Somebody's following with a tuba.
I
Could
wish.
you imagine that? Hey, wouldn't that be great if you had soundtrack music to everything you do in
No.
your
Listen,
life?
listen. I got to tell you this.
No.
There was
I
a
would be
boy. Listen,
terrified
hold
of
on,
what-
wait. Here's a funny story about being obtuse. Okay, have you ever watched Madagascar.
Smile and wave, boys.
Yeah.
Smile and wave.
So at youth camp, I walked in with a gray shirt. That was probably, it's actually the one I was wearing now. So like a golf shirt, like kind of slick and kind of just lays on you.
Mm-hmm.
I walk in and this boy goes, Moto likes you. Instantly, I could see the scene of that big hippo coming out of the water. And I looked down at myself. And I thought, oh my word.
Girl, you chunky.
I was going, I like them big. Yeah.
So I two things with that. I'm
My
impressed.
wife is not big, by the way. Just to put that out there.
I'm impressed. Number one, because you decided to wear the shirt again. Because I feel like I would throw it away.
I'm a strong, confident man.
And then the second one, you didn't kill the kid instantly.
How could you kill a kid for
I went
that?
up to the
that's
kid.
funny.
I
It
went
is
up to him
funny.
afterwards and I said, "You got it, kid." You know what's funny? It was Trey Pridemore. So he's like a cousin. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna
There's times that kids say things that I'm like, I wish.
I was that creative.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another
Moto.
another Bill Cosby reference. Kids Say the Darndest Things was a very funny show.
I heard a story told by somebody that said that they were in school one day and said that they were going through.
What are you laughing at?
I heard a story from a random guy about a random time in a
No,
random
no. I didn't say any of that.
But that,
I said I heard
My
it.
brother's ex-wife's girlfriend twice
I heard a
removed
story
from his
one time.
mother-in-law.
you heard a story one time
Yeah.
about a guy one time that was in a place at one time.
I didn't say any of that.
It was just broad. It was just very broad. It made me laugh. I'm sorry.
I think
If you would
added
let
all
me
those
get
things
into
to-
the depths of the story, because you're adding things to my story. I heard a story about a guy who was at school. They were going through the cafeteria line.
Putting words in his mouth.
And in the
Jonathan.
cafeteria line, there was a picture. They said that there was a sign on the apples that said, "Only take one, God is watching you." And so they went through the line, and then some kid wrote a sign by the desserts that said, "Take all you want, God is watching the apples." Sometimes I sit back and I think, man, when I was a kid, I wish that I was that quick, but I wasn't. I was like, this glue tastes good.
I like the smell of Sharpies.
This aerosol can has a strong
my
smell.
kids are like, man, I can program this video game and do. They're doing like line programming, and when I was their age, I was like, kick the can down the road. This is fun.
You are making yourself sound so much older than what you are. Kick the can.
I didn't play baseball. I played stickball.
I did play stickball.
No way.
Yeah, just grab a stick and throw a ball, and you hit it.
Oh, I think every kid's done that. It's called a bat.
That's a bat.
Unless you don't have a bat, you grab a stick.
Wouldn't the stick just break?
No, you gotta have a bigger
No,
stick.
you get a green stick. You don't get the one that fell from the tree that was dead. You get one. You pull one off of your mom's good tree that you may or may not have been too heavy for hanging on that limb, and you use it for that later.
Moto.
Yeah. Moto, don't climb trees. Okay.
But that's another thing that bothers me when I'm trying to pull a live branch off of something because it's obstructing.
You don't pull it. You cut it.
Yeah,
it's alive.
Sometimes I don't have
Here's the thing.
utility, so I'm trying to.
It's like
You
trying
do the
to
twist
pull your
finger.
live arm off of you.
can't. You can kill a tree by doing that, by introducing disease to that tree because you've pulled off its skin.
I'm playing a sad song on the world's smallest violin for that tree.
Yeah, that poor tree, dude. What are you killing trees for? I'm the Lorax. I speak for the trees. Moto, speak for trees.
I don't know. I don't know the Lorax. You lost me.
Oh, man.
You lost me.
Well, I've got an interesting fact for you guys. Speaking of trees.
In Madagascar.
Speaking of trees,
No!
Oh, you lost it.
Oh, I brought it back. Look at that.
Let's
Thank
go.
you, Jesus. Miracles.
Save.
Miracles in documents. Thank God. Did you guys know that koalas have fingerprints?
I don't know. All I know about koalas is they eat eucalyptus.
And they sleep. Or is that a sloth? I might be thinking of a sloth.
No, koalas sleep a lot.
They sleep, but not as much as a sloth. But koalas have fingerprints that are almost indistinguishable from human fingerprints. even under a microscope, it can be hard to tell the difference between the two, making koalas unique among non-primate animals.
Are koalas considered bears or primates?
No, they're primates.
They're
but do you know
unique
why they
among non-primate animals.
Do you know?
It's a koala.
They're actually
bear.
called marsupials, but do
Yeah.
you know why they're not a bear? Why? Because they don't meet the qualifications.
I thought you were going to give me a legitimate.
They are. They're marsupials. They belong to the kangaroo family.
Mhm.
Are koalas only in Australia? Or are they in New Zealand?
I seen them in Cincinnati.
Play the outro.
No, we're gonna let that one sit for a minute. We're gonna let that one just sit there. For a minute.
Well, I mean, that's not a lie.
Hey, speak about that. Me and my wife went to Alabama one time, and this is not a. What's that?
I don't know.
Oh, hey. But we went to Alabama one time, and this armadillo came out, and the lady we were riding with, she floors it and runs over this armadillo, and you can hear it like pam, 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 pam underneath the car, because it's like a cannonball, right? And my wife looks at her and goes, "I can't believe you ran over that armadillo. I felt death in my feet with that thing." She goes, "You don't run over them in Ohio?" And Lissa was like, "They're in the zoo at Ohio."
Yeah, driving to Oklahoma, I seen a ton of dead armadillos from Tennessee down.
Yeah.
It's like
Wait,
a
really?
game. Yeah, it's like a game.
We're going out west.
So I'm terrified to run over animals, not because I have some sense of like respect for the animals and whatever. I'm just scared one of their bones is going to stick in my tire and cause it to go flat.
Bones.
I actually was on the phone with Brother Ryan one night, like last week.
But
We're on our way home from a church service. We were coming back from Brother Lux, and there was a car coming one way, and there was a dead raccoon in the middle of the road. And I thought, I can get over that. Boom, boom, bam. This is like, what'd you just hit? I was like, that was a raccoon. She was like, is it dead? I was like, it was dead before I hit it.
hey guys, did I tell you that I had a doctor's appointment the other day?
No.
No, but I
I did. I had a mole and I was worried that there was something wrong, so I had the doctor look at it because they say moles can be cancerous.
Yeah.
And so I took it and went to the doctor and had the doctor look at it, and he said, "Nope, it's normal. Put it back in your garden."
I have a roadkill story.
It's normal. Go ahead.
We were going to Route 4. I don't remember what for. We were going to Route 4, and there was a car in front of us. And Route 4 is people fly. It's a little country area. And basically, a squirrel got hit by the car, and it went about 5 feet in the air, and it was limp immediately. And Mariah was like, "Oh, that's so sad. I hope it's okay." I'm like, "Honey, that thing is dead." Just dead. But the way it looked when it flailed up in the air, it was like something out of a movie.
We had a youth fall party one night, probably 2 years ago, and all of them came out to our house. We're not out in the sticks, but we're off the beaten path. So they're leaving. Well, it's actually Alyssa's cousin's leaving, and I think he hit a cat. I think is what it was, and the little girl with Lily, she was like, "Was that a cat?" And her brother Tyler, in the most monotone, "It could have been a rock." Could have been a rock. And her dad was like, "No, that's a dead cat."
They used all 9 of its lives at one time.
Yeah,
Yeah, it happens.
all that. Speaking of 9 lives, I think we've used all of ours here with all these crazy jokes and stories today. But thanks for checking in with us here. You can leave us a comment, and now you can send us a text message at the top of the description. Leave a comment. You can email us at pulpittothepew@gmail.com. And hopefully we'll see you next week.
See you, everybody.
Bye-bye. See you guys.